Hey everybody, welcome to Ken Knows Gambling, and today we're going to do something a little different. We're going to talk about the come out. Well, I tell you what, for a don't side player, the come out is extremely dangerous. I tell you, that's why a lot of people play the pass line because of that 7 and 11. I know it's only about 17%, but it's 8 ways out of 36. But believe me, the don't side player can get his butt tore up if he's not protecting it. But there's some people that don't believe in protection. But today, I want to talk about the come out. I want to talk about the options that you have, especially from the don't side. Okay, I'll talk a little bit about the right side or the pass line. But predominantly, I want to talk about the don't side and how to protect it on the come out. We're not going to be talking about rolls past the come out today. Hopefully, this will be a good video for you. I'm sure there's a lot of people that already know this. But for some that don't, I hope this will be really educational for you and a good video for you. So we'll get over the table here in just a second. As of this video, I think I'm at 987 subscribers. I think I need about 13 more to reach that magical 1,000. So for all of you that are subscribers, thank you so much. If you're not and you enjoyed this video, maybe consider subscribing for me. That 1,000 is just, I know it's just a mythical, magical number in YouTube. So I'd appreciate it. If you want to subscribe, that's a good thing. Okay. So anyway, let's get over the table. Let's look at the come out, especially from the dark side. So without any further ado whatsoever, let's get to it. All right, everybody, we're over at the table, and we just want to talk about the come-out roll, especially how it affects the don't pass better. Okay, so we know on the come-out, and this is probably the reason why so many people play the pass line. Now, I'm not a big fan of the pass line, but I understand the come-out. So generally, pass line person, they put a bet out here and they win on a 7 or an 11, and those things come out more than you think they do. I know by math it's a little over 17%, but this is why people will do that, because of that. And they also think that the right side is the way to play, and that's okay. If you're, I'm just not a right side bettor, but on the come out, it's the strongest bet that you can make on the board on the come out because of the 7 and 11. Okay, so I'll be simulating some rolls, but we're only going to do come outs only. There's a 7 right there, which would be a winner. Now, here's the thing though. While the pass line is strong as death on the come out, after the come out, I don't care what you do, after the come out, you are now the underdog, because now the 7 is the power. There's 6 ways to make a 7, and I don't care what you do out here. It's less. It's 5 ways, 4 ways, 3 ways. It doesn't matter. Once the point is established, you have now bypassed the come out roll, which is the strongest move for the pass line bettor, and now you become the underdog. This is why I like the dark play. Okay, but so let's look at the dark play. You put $10 on the don't pass. Well, now the 7 and 11 kills you. You lose. Okay, yes, you win with the 2 and the 3, and you tie on the 12. It's completely reversed. But this is a weak bet on the come out because the 7 is very powerful. So the don't player has to figure out how to either protect it or just don't. There's some people that don't believe in hedging or protecting, and that's fine. This is not a video about that, but it is a video about thoughts on how to protect if that's what you want to do. So again, pass line guy, very strong on the come out. The don't pass is very weak on the come out. Now, once a point is established, now that don't pass is the strongest bet. Okay, because now the 7 is in his favor. Okay, but the problem is getting out of the come out. Okay, so let's talk about that a little bit. Now we got a $10 bet. It could be 20, 50, it doesn't matter. And in my little casino, I'm going to allow myself to do some things for illustration purposes. But you can either go flat and don't protect, and on a real $10 bet, there's really no need really to protect, even though I'm going to show you ways that you can. But when you do get up in more money, I'm going to advise you to do something. I'm going to advise you not necessarily just to go naked on the don't pass. Last week when I was in Biloxi, oh my God, the come-outs were unbelievably lopsided. Doesn't mean that it'll happen like that all the time, but they hurt you. So anyway, let's talk about the first thing that you can do on the come-out if you're a don't player. Go naked, okay? Just go naked and get that point established, and then put your odds on there or whatever, whatever you're going to do after that. So there's play number 1. Play number 2, we're going to talk about a do-we-don't, okay, and the field, okay, as a protection. We're going to talk about that. And then player 3, we're going to talk about the don't pass, but then laying odds on the 4 or 10, 5 or 9. And we're going to see what that looks like as well. Okay, so those are the 3 things that I want to discuss today. So the first one is fairly easy, isn't it? Don't pass naked. Okay, and when I roll some simulated comeouts, we're going to play the don't pass naked. We're going to play the don't pass with laying a number. And we're going to play the don't pass, do-we-don't, with a field, same come-out rolls, and let's see what happens. Okay, this one's easy. Just put your bet out there and go. All right? Now, the do-we-don't. So let's look. Let me back up. Let's look at the don't pass. If that 7 or 11 hits now, you just lose. That's all. Okay? Now, if you're doing a do-we-don't, just by itself, if that 7 comes out, yep, you lose here, but you win here and you tie. So if your don't pass play is more based on the odds that you want to put out here, and then the come out doesn't matter to you, well then just protect it with a do-we-don't, okay? Now, if you want to, you can throw a field bet out there as well. Well, what does that do? A 7, you tie here and you still lose. Okay, you still lose, where if you didn't bet the field, you would tie. You wouldn't lose a nickel. You would still lose here. But what happens on an 11? They come out too. Well, 11, you're still going to lose here, win here, but you're going to win on the field. Okay? If a 12 comes, you're going to lose the pass line. You'll tie here, but you'll win 2 and sometimes 3, depending on the casino. Usually the 12 or the 2 will pay you a triple. Okay, so if that happens, well, you won double up here. That's what my table says. Well, that'll replace the 1 that you lost down here, and it gives you a $10 unit. Okay, but the power of the do-we-don't with the field is you get to 3. Okay, if you get to 3, you still tie here. Wins here, loses here, but you get paid there. The 4, you get paid. The 9, you get paid. The 10, you get paid. The 11, you get paid on so many numbers that it is possible to forego this, because we know we're going to tie. We know we're going to tie on the don't pass line, and then you're going to try to win some money up here. That's just a way to do it. So playing a do-we-don't Okay? That's a way to protect. Now, you don't have to do the field at all. You could just do the do-we-don't and just tie them, okay? And make this bet meaningless. And now you're just going to go for odds, okay? Versus just going naked, where if they roll a lot of 7-11s, you get hurt, okay? All right. The last way that you can play is have a don't pass. Now lay numbers up here. I'm a big fan of laying the 4 and 10. Well, here we'll just lay 20. And actually, the casino I played in Biloxi would let you do it. All you had to do is be able to win $10 minimum. So there's $20. So now, if the 7 comes, yep, you lose here, but you win your 10 here, minus your buck, okay? And so you protected yourself. Now, have you ever watched Hee Haw? Back a long time ago, Tennessee had a show called Hee Haw, right? And so there was an episode where it goes, oh, that's good. Oh, no, that's bad. Oh, that's good. They go back and forth and back and forth. Well, here's the thing. Laying a 4 or 10 at 1 to 2 is a good thing because you can cover that 7 there. And that's all you're trying to do is protect this, right? Well, the bad thing is, say, oh, well, that's good. Well, no, that can be bad because if the 4 gets hit, and it will, or the 10, I mean, they usually come when you don't want them to, then you're going to lose 20, okay? If the 4 comes, you're going to lose 20. You were trying to protect 10, and you ended up losing 20. So that's bad, right? Well, not necessarily. That could be good because now the point is a 4. Okay, so now I can come down here, depending on the odds. I was at a 10 times odd table, okay? I can sit there and put 100 to win 50. I can put 200 to win 10 because now I got a good number. The bad part was they hit my 4. I'm trying to protect this money here. The bad thing is it could get hit, and it will from time to time. But the good thing is if it does get hit, you have a great number to lay odds on, and you can get your money back plus some, okay? But, you know, if that point comes back at you, there it goes to the bad. Bad, good, bad. You can double for that thing. You can lose your odds on your lay. Then you can lose your odds on your point. And now you're hurting, okay? So you really, even though I enjoy doing it that way, you do have to be careful. Most of the time it'll work out, okay? Those 4s and 10s are good numbers to do. All right, so here's what we're going to do, and here's what we're going to simulate. All right, I have $300. I have $100. We're going to do the do-we-don't with a field. I have $100 over here. We're going to do the $10 don't, and we're going to lay the 4. Okay. And then I have $100 right here. And we're going to just do a $10 don't naked. And what I'll do is I'm going to simulate come-outs. Nothing after the come-out. Okay. I just want to do a come-out. So what I'll probably do is I'll roll a come-out roll. This case was a 9. Okay. We'll deal with the money. And then I might roll a couple on the table to simulate rolls. And then I'll go, okay, here we go. Here's a come out. All right. That's about the only way that I know to do it without getting into long rolls. All right. And we'll see what happens. So $100, $100, $100. So here we go. We're going to do a do-we-don't with a field bet for this guy. This guy, I'll sort of put it sideways so you can see it. This guy is doing flat don't. This fella is going to do $10, and he's going to come up with a $20 lay on the 4, and it would win $10 back, and he would actually even out. That's what we're going to do. We're going to simulate 10, 15 come-out rolls. It's not by any stretch of the imagination, no matter which one comes out, it's by no means a conclusive a way to determine which way to play. It just gives you an idea. Okay? But those are the three most common ways that the don't is played. Naked, laying odds, or doing a do-you-don't. Either doing the do-you-don't by itself or doing the do-you-don't with the field. Okay? So each one of them has 100. Here we go. Here is our first. We're just going to go this. It's off. Here is our first roll. Our first come out is a 10. Okay, so now the point is 10. We'll look at the guy that's doing the do-you-don't with the field. Well, the guy we're doing the do-you-don't with the field tied here, or actually the point is a 10, and now it doesn't matter. If the 7 comes and he wins, this will lose. This will always tie now, okay? So he's going to tie, but he won this $10. So we're going to put that $10 aside for this come out. This guy would have to wait to see if the 10 was rolled. I'm not even going to go that far. I don't care. I'm only doing come out. This fella right here bypassed the 4, didn't hit the 4, so he's okay. All right? So there's come out roll number 1. Okay? So we'll just do a couple of these to simulate rolls. Okay, boom, point, or whatever. It's off. All right. Same setup. And here we go. Come out. Okay, there's the 4. Okay, so this one gets popped $20. Okay, now he has the, I'm not going to roll it to see what the outcome is. We're only doing on the come out. But he would have the option now to put enough odds to cover that and even win some. But for the come out, he did get popped. Okay? The flat guy, no big deal. It's just a point. He has to wait. The do-you-don't with the field, these two will end up tying, whether it's the point or a 7. Now doesn't matter. But the 4 does give this guy a $10 win. Okay, so there's come out number 2. Okay, we simulate some rolls like so, and off. All right, so here we go. He's got to put 20 back like so. I hope y'all are finding this interesting. Y'all may just hate what I'm doing, but I think it's sort of slick. Just to give you a couple different options. Let you see what's going on. So here's another come out. Okay, there's a 6. Okay, the point ends up being a 6. Again, the do-you-don't this time loses $10 in the field. He will end up tying as it progresses. He'll have to put $10 back. This guy has to wait on an outcome, the flat guy, and he gets to bring his odds down. We'll leave it here, but he gets to bring his odds down, so he gets to live for odds. Okay, so there's some more rolls, like so, and off. Here we go for the next come out. There's a 7. All right, let's start over with this guy. He has $20. He's going to win 10, and he's off. Okay, so he wins $10. We'll put that over there by him. Okay, now he did lose this, but he won the 10 because he laid. Okay, so we'll take the 10 he won and put it back. All right, here the guy is just going flat. He loses. The guy doing the do-you-don't ties here, loses the field. And so now he has to put his back. Okay, he has to put his back. All right, I think we're square. We'll roll a few more. Like so. And we're off. Okay, here comes the next come out. Okay, there's a yo 11. Yo 11. Okay. Flat guy. Flat just loses. Okay, so we'll have to re-put his 10 there. The hedger, because it wasn't a 7, he loses the 11. This didn't mean anything to him because it wasn't a 7, so he has to put his 10 back. This guy here, 11, loses here, wins here. That's a tie, but in the field, he wins on the 11. So he gets a payday. Okay? So that's another come out. We do some more rolls. And off. Here comes, I don't know, the 6 or 7 come out. Okay, there's another 11. And this is why last week, man, I was doing this 4 or 5 times in a row. The 7s and 11s were going crazy, unusually high against math. And it just shouldn't have been that high, but it was. So there's the 11. We'll start over here. He's unaffected because it wasn't a 7, but he does lose here. Now, you could, we could get into hedging over here on the horn at 11, but I don't like that necessarily, so he loses. Here, he has to put 10 back. This flat guy loses on that 11. And again, the do-he-don't is going to tie here, but he wins an 11. Boom. So he wins. Okay? He has to put $10 back on. We're all squared so far because of his 20 that he lost. Now, again, we don't know when the point was hit at a 4. We don't know what the extended rolls. Would he have 7'd out and won his money back? He probably would have. But this video is not about that. It's just about the come out. Okay? So that was on, right? We're going to roll, 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 roll. All right, off. Here's our next come out. There's a 9. Okay? He is unaffected. He has to wait to see the outcome. He is unaffected. We have to wait to see the outcome. Again, this guy is going to tie. And remember, he's still going to put odds on his when he gets all these points. He still can put odds on it just like the guy can, right? But just for the come out, the 9 is another field winner. And there you go. All right. So then we roll, we roll, we roll, and off. Okay? You guys may not like my little simulation, but it's all about concept here. It's all about concept. All right, so now here comes, we'll do another couple of them just to see what happens. Another couple of come outs. Here we go. There's a 3. In this case, the guy that's doing the laying, he's going to win 10 because it just wins. Okay, we'll put that over here. This flat guy is going to win. Okay, we'll just stack him, I guess. That's the best way to do it. This guy's going to win here, but lose here. But again, the field wins. Like so. Okay? And they roll some more. And boom. We're off. All right, let's do a couple more just to keep the video from being too damn long. I just want you to get the point, okay? All right, here we go. Come out. Okay, there's a 7. Okay, on this guy, it's going to produce him 10. He's going to lose this, but it gets replaced. Okay, so this did its job this time. This one here just flat loses. He's the flat guy. We'll put his 10 back. This one here is going to lose. This will tie, but the 7's going to lose in the field. Okay, so we'll put his field back out. All right, we're all square again. We roll like so. All right, we're off. And here comes another come out. There's another 7. Again, this did its job. He gets paid 10. He loses this 10. That just replaces that. Easy peasy. He loses, just flat out. He's going to lose the field. This is going to tie. He's going to replace. And let's do maybe one or two more. Okay? So we're going to keep doing like I have been. Just roll a few. We're off. Here we go. There's another 11. Okay? 7s and 11s, y'all. Okay? This guy right here on the 11 just flat loses. He's going to replace like so. This was not affected. This guy here flat just loses. This guy will tie no matter what happens over here. He'll win here and lose here, right? But the field hit. Okay? Let's do one more and let's see where we're at. And off. Here we go. Our last come out, which is a 9. Perfect. He has to wait. He has to wait for an outcome. This will end up tying one way or the other, and the field hits. Okay? And let's stop. Let's go ahead and rack his money. Here's him. Let's rack his money. Here's him. Let's rack his money. All right. And he gets this too. All right. What have we done? We have just simulated 10, 11, 12 come out rolls only. Again, it doesn't, we're not going further with it. When we're hitting points, we don't know if these guys win or lose. But this win or loss is only based on the come out only. Okay? This guy was laying the 4. This guy was flat. This guy was a do-we-don't with the field. Okay? So the guy laying, let me do it with his hand. He's got $60. The lay. The flat has 50. 60, 50. And the do-we-don't with the field looks like he's going to do okay. Okay, there's his initial 100 right here. So he came out 25, 35, $40 ahead. 60, that means he lost 40. He lost 50. He's plus 40. Now, you guys can take that for whatever you want. For whatever you want. You can do this so many ways. You can get over here in protecting the yo, and you can do, and I'll do another video on this, but you can do a do-we-don't, and then you can put $1, on the 12. Protect yourself from the 12. So you'll tie, or win. Okay? But I didn't get into that. We can do that on another video. But just this one. It looks like for these series of come outs, the do-we-don't with the field worked out pretty well. Okay? Again, we don't know what would have happened over here when this 4 got popped, and he was going to load odds on it. Maybe he 7'd out and he would have been winner. But again, I know I sound like a broken freaking record, but this is come out only. The do-we-don't with the field worked out the best today. All right? I may do this another couple times just to be fair. And again, this is not conclusive on either way. The guy that's doing the flat actually lost the most. And some people say, well, you just go flat, you never hedge. And if you can't afford to lose this 10 or 20 or 50 that you're putting out there, then you ought not play. And I disagree with them. I disagree wholeheartedly. It's got nothing to do with whether I can afford to lose that damn thing or not. It's all got to do with I don't want to fucking lose it. You see? Sorry about that. It's about I don't want to lose it. I can afford to lose it, but I don't freaking want to. Why would I want to lose it if I don't have to? Okay? So I would definitely not just play it flat. I would hedge it somehow. Either lay it, okay, or do a do-we-don't with a field. Now, I know there's going to be some casinos that won't let you do a do-we-don't. Okay? In that case, if it doesn't let you do a do-we-don't, then you might think about, adding $1 on the 12. Or the horn, and I don't like that bet. That's why I'm not doing it. Excuse me. But we'll talk about maybe other ways if you can't do a do-we-don't that we can get over in this world later. Okay? Well, that's it for today, y'all. I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked it, maybe give me a thumbs up. Maybe consider subscribing. I'm so close now. But the best thing you could do is share this video. Share this video to anybody that you think my channel will help. Until the next time, y'all, be great.